Hi everyone, I'm Fiona Forbes and welcome to my living room and welcome to On Stage, the isolation sessions. That is right, we are bringing you music from my home to yours to get you through this difficult time, and we're getting lots of great messages from you guys enjoying the music, so thank you so much for that. And if you've been watching, you know I have a little furry friend by the name of Chewbacca. My trusty little smiling Yorkshire Terrier. Now, dogs are really happy that we're all self-isolating because we're home all the time. Well, yesterday I was joking that Chewy is sick of me, and I guess he really is, because he usually is in wherever I'm doing. He's there. Doesn't matter. But he just went and put himself back to bed, so he's not on the show today. But he kind of is. You know, we all have a little bit of extra time on our hands, and I think I might have far too much because, well, Chewy gets really excited. I called him Chewbacca because he looks like him, but he makes Chewbacca Wookiee noises, especially when he's about to get a treat. So, in the spirit of him being Chewbacca and speaking Wookiee, here's what I do with my spare time. What? He's my dog. I made the video. I laugh every time I watch it. Anyway, thank you to all of our four-legged friends for keeping us entertained. You can follow Chewbacca on his Instagram, which is @SmilingChewy. Now, the 7 o'clock cheer is also something that cheers us up as we are thanking our healthcare workers for being literally on the front line during this pandemic. And it is an exciting time of the day. Families are gathering. Everybody's out on their patios making noise. And I found this video on Twitter last night. I think it looks like East Van, but this neighborhood and this woman knows how to get people going at 7 o'clock. Have a look.
It's the rhythm from Vancouver, and like sugar cane so sweet. If you want to hear the chorus, you gotta listen to the beat.
That woman is just giving her, and she's getting the neighborhood going. So let's all, well, we could do the conga at 7. We've got the 9 o'clock gun at 7. We're singing "Oh Canada." I think pretty much anything goes. And I happened to be driving past VGH at 7. I didn't plan it. I was driving my mom home at around 7 o'clock last week, and I was in the midst of a parade of police cars, ambulances, fire trucks are all gathering at City Hall and then going around the block. And my mom and I, oh my gosh, we were so touched. But the healthcare workers were all waving from the windows, and it was so nice to see because I know that they do appreciate it. So let's keep it going, Canada. And last but not least, I've always loved Kevin Bacon. Footloose, I think it was one of the first movies I saw in a movie theater. But he's been married to Kyra Sedgwick, who I also love. I think they've been, I want to say 30 years. Why do I know that? Anyway, they are quarantining themselves at their home, and Kevin Bacon used to have a band, maybe he still does, with his brother. It was called the Bacon Brothers, and I interviewed him about that many years ago. But I didn't know that Kyra Sedgwick was also musically inclined, and here is a far too adorable video of Kevin Bacon and his wife Kyra Sedgwick doing a little duet.
She don't like her legs all running. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I called him once, he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen.
And if you follow Kevin Bacon on Instagram, he is doing a ton of musical posts, and he's also started a little something called 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Basically, it's who are you staying at home for? Of course, he's staying at home for his wife, Kira, which is just too darn cute. Anyway, music is what a lot of people are doing at home because the power of music can heal us. And that is why we're partnered with Music Heals Canada as our charity of choice. And you can go to the Music Heals website. If you have cash to donate, great. But if you don't, we encourage you to go to the website because they have a ton of great information on how music can heal us during this difficult time. And that is why we are keeping the music alive here on stage. And we have another fantastic guest for you today. He's coming to us from his home in Kitsilano. Hey, neighbor. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Don Alder. Don, how are you?
Hey, whoa, we're live on air. Holy smokes. I'm good, Fiona. How about you?
I'm great. Thank you, Don. Now, before we get to the interview, tell me about that beautiful instrument that you're playing.
I just found it out in the backyard. I think some guy might have just dropped it off there. No. These things, this is actually an original one from 1918. They came out back in, I guess, back in that era. And they were originally going to be used in an orchestra, but they're so hard to keep in tune. They kicked the guy out of the band and it became a solo instrument. And I guess Michael Hedges made it popular in the 90s. And now there's about 100 of us playing this around the world. So.
Beautiful stuff. And Don, of course, you are known for your guitar playing. How do you describe your music?
A kid that grew up in the bedroom by himself with nothing to do and just banged around the guitar a little bit till he actually started making some music, I guess. But what I do is called fingerstyle. And basically it's just trying to use all the fingers on your right hand to play music. So like classical, but done on a steel string. And breeding a bunch of different styles into it, like, classical, strumming, rock and roll, a little bit of everything. So.
And you tell me that you can give me a little bit of a 30-second guitar lesson. I don't have one with me now, but give us a demo here. What can we do on our guitars if we've got a little bit of extra time, as we all do?
Sure. So now, tell me what first David Foster said to you for your singing.
You were on my show in 2007 with David Foster, Michael Bublé, the tragically hip and Terry David Mulligan and David Foster, because I am tone deaf and I am comfortable with it. He told me to never sing again.
Perfect. So now we're going to get you playing guitar, and you can be a drummer as well too. So for people who have a guitar sitting in a corner, and a lot of people do, basically you can just have a lot of fun with it. You don't have to hire a drummer. You can just do it yourself. So the idea would be we'd use this kind of shell. So we kind of find a kick, and you can find it in different spots, a kick and a snare. So you just kind of get that basic beat going, right? Pretty simple. And then you add the hi-hats. Now that you got that going, you got to say, well, you got to have a bass player in the band, right? So then you add the bass. And then when you get comfortable with that, you got to say, well, we need to add the melody and the rhythm, right? Then you got 4 parts going on. So you can't be a band, but you can make a hell of a lot of noise, right? So here we go. There you go. That'll drive your mama crazy for sure. And Papa.
It's beautiful. Thank you for that, Don. And Don, with all those beautiful instruments around you in your home, we were chatting before, you are not having a big problem with self-isolating because you're a little bit of an introvert playing your music. But tell us how music can help us get through this difficult time that we're all in together.
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm a player of music, but I'm also a lover of music. And, as a child, I would just always be tapping my foot and stuff like that. So music's always been in my life. And I think for a lot of people, if they open their hearts, they'll realize just how big a part of it is. But I think the most dramatic part is when something happens in your life that's a bit dramatic, like you're heartbroken or this and that. And, as much as we might sound like a cliche saying, but the heart wants what the heart wants. And at that point, when the heart's broken, I tell you, most people will go to a song and they'll play that song over and over and over and over. At least I hope so, because that's what I did. And then once you start healing the heart, I think that starts, healing the brain a little bit, and they both start working together. So I think we need to just overall stop taking music for granted and treat it like we treat our teeth. We go to the dentist, we have to pay the dentist. We go to brush our teeth, we have to buy a toothbrush. We got to buy, mouthwash and toothpaste. And that's how we take care of our teeth. So to take care of our heart, I think music is a strong component. So if you have musicians that you know and you love listening to, always try to support them however you can. I think that's how music helps us, really.
Absolutely. And Don, you're like a lot of musicians. You are known around the world for your guitar playing, and you had a huge tour that unfortunately has been canceled. Your revenue stream has obviously been canceled, but you recorded a concert that people can watch and enjoy all over the world. Tell us a little bit about that concert that you did.
Yeah, well, it came about last second. I remember I did a show some time back for Michael done at Nerve 8, I think it's called Planet Nerve 8 Musical Productions, and we did a live show in the Columbia Theater, and he liked what I did, and he thought he would try to kind of keep helping me as a musician. So this opportunity came about, and I got to do my first live stream at Hubcast Studios, which is a phenomenal place. Any musician that's looking for phenomenal production work, man, you got to check these guys out. So we did that and slapped together some tunes, and we went live. And I think it went well. We had a great response, and I tell you, there was some people out there that touched my hearts with some phenomenal donations, and thank you so much. And I'm not going to give their names, but one of their new grandchildren is going to be named Brooklyn, so we're going to have a song called Brooklyn at some point.
Beautiful stuff. Well, if you want to help support Don, we have the website for you to view that concert on the screen for you right now. If you have extra money to donate, we know a lot of people do not have that, but if you do, feel free to donate to watch, but you can also just enjoy it if you like as well. Don, thank you so much for sharing your music. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you.
One more thing could I add? If anybody's looking guitar, if anybody's looking for online guitar lessons, if they look up horizonmusic.ca, Chris Schultz has kind of launched this initiative, and he's got a bunch of us that can do lessons online. But he's also launched an initiative that you should be aware of. It's called Empower Through Music. And this is a nonprofit that's being set up to try to get free instruments into the hands of kids that are unfortunate or living in compromised communities. So keep an ear out for that. And of course, if you can help out, give them a shout.
Wonderful stuff. Well, thank you so much, Don. And I could use a few lessons. I'm going to have to look that up. But ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy some beautiful music from Don Alder.
This is a song called Arrows Will Fly. Hi, Delam. Thanks so much. I haven't played this in a while, so hopefully you can see how this works. And it's called Say You're Mine. There'll come a day when I look at you. I think of all the things that I've been through, holding hands and talking around this old town, talking around. Well, I can see the sunrise through those trees. Come on, baby, won't you please? Yeah. Da-da-dum, dum, 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 dum. I can tell there's something wrong around here. Come on, baby girl, don't try to hide that feel now. Ain't seen nothing that I won't say soon. You don't have to lie, no reasons why. Will I can see the sunrise through those trees. Come on, baby, won't you please? Da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. All right. So the story goes, I'm lost again. Last night I thought I saw you with my best friend. Well, something just doesn't seem to compute in this old mind. And all this time, well, I can see the sunrise through those trees. Come on, baby, won't you please? Da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. All right. Take care, you guys. Have a good night, and stay well, stay healthy, and be careful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Chewy's decided to join me for the end of the show. He is making Chewbacca noises. He's mad about something. One of my neighbors is making noise, and Chewy does not approve. But thank you to Don Alder for joining us today. You can check out his full concert. It is by donation if you have a little extra cash. And if you don't, that's okay too. It's still there for you to enjoy. So thank you to Don. We also want to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Chambers Plan Group Insurance, for supporting us through all of this. And thanks to Chewy for not barking for a majority of the show. But I am working from home, and it is what it is. So be sure to tune in tomorrow to find out who is on stage.